Everyday superpower. We talk body language, game, relationships, everything in between. Let me put you onto something. Come on now. Women tell their friends, yeah? Tell the whole world. Outside of your little petty disagreement, they tell the world when you put them in their place. True talk. Real talk. Women are proud to tell other people when you put them in their place. Now, this is more likely when you are in a relationship of sorts, if you are really establishing something that is worthy of speaking of outside of your meetup. But with that being said, she will have her close friends. She will have people who she divulges this in, regardless of, the span of time you've been knowing each other. She's going to be more social than you. She's more likely to talk about it at the very least. But if you are to establish a relationship, if you are to, create something special, she'll be proud to tell people that you have told her to give up and sit down. Do you think I'm making it up? Do you think I'm making it up, or do you think this comes from a position of understanding and hearing? The majority of takes on this channel come from the honest. Well, I say the honest. You have to break through the noise, right? Let's be real. But come through the words and discussions with women, because we need to understand the women's psyche and position of understanding when it comes to relationships. We can't listen to another man who's heard from another man who's heard from another man tell us about how we are supposed to be with women. That's not the case. We're supposed to hear from the women who tell us how to act towards them. Indirectly. Directly they can BS us. Indirectly when we hear about what they respect from men. Indirectly when we hear the issues they have ongoing with their relationships because of certain actions or this, that and everything else. That is when we can start to pick up the pieces, align it with the literature we might have read, with the audio books we might have heard, with the podcasts we might have listened to, and we can start to define an understanding through a recognition of patterns. And one thing is certain. In my world, and that's why I'm expressing it to you, women want to get put in their place. Bro, one of the boldest times I had experienced this was the best part of a decade ago now. I was out and about. I had a few to drink. So I was loud and clear. And I was heading back home. Nothing too late. Maybe around 11:30, 12 at night. And I got on the phone to some girl I was engaging with. We were highly sexual, on the phone. It wasn't alien to, speak of certain things. And I was walking back and she started giving me a bit of an earful. She started being a bit cheeky with me in a, borderline disrespectful manner. And I can't even remember what I said, right? But I spoke to her in a manner which was bold and confrontational, as to which I heard down the line a giggle, like a sexualized, oh, that's what I wanted to hear. So some of these girls will actually push your buttons as a test, right? To see how you react. Now, this is on a tangent. I haven't had much time to think about this. But if this was the case, arguably, a lack of response, i.e., You're not bothering me. I'm not getting in my feelings. I got better things to deal with. Simmer down. Or you just say, shut up. What are you talking about? Give up. You're being silly and I'm not going to take it any further. So, whatever you want to say, little legs, it doesn't bother me, right? And hear her just get gassed up and excited by herself. Just keep winding her up. Alright, whatever, little legs, whatever, big head, blah de blah de blah. You understand you're only winding yourself up. Or you pipe up. Let's give it the third. I didn't want to get into too much depth there, but maybe you do pipe up, because this is what I would have probably responded to at the time. I said, here, I've had a good night. If you're going to approach me with that energy, I'd recommend you shut up, alright? Because I'm not going to have it, so you can take it or leave it, basically. And you go from there. We're not getting emotional about it, but we're being... Come on. You can appreciate my time or you don't have to. It's up to you. And here she gets gassed up and this and that. But the moment you've sort of expressed yourself, you don't fall for her traps. You don't continue pushing forward. You've said what you've wanted to say. And you just allow her to whip... until she apologises to you. And then she'll try and make it up to you. Because she understands that you're a man at this point. And not some little boy who gets wrapped around the finger and runs around in circles when she asks. You see, so it depends on what path you take. There's multiple paths you can take. There's no all sizes fits all, you know what I mean? It completely depends, but as long as you're not in your emotion and getting wound up by some being that just isn't worthy of the emotion, and she's worth everything and anything, but she's not worthy of you taking yourself off of your path. You know, don't ruin your night for it. That's ridiculous. That's absolutely ridiculous. So she gives you a bit of grief, you go on from there. And then it'll turn her on. The dominance will turn her on. How magnificent is that? You know, how magnificent is that? And she'll be so amazed by it that she'll be more than happy to tell her friends about it. And how amazing is it that an independent and career-driven woman is biologically hardwired to express to her friends and the people close to her. She's so in love with the idea that she's been put in her place and been put in this submissive role, even though society has told her otherwise, that she deserves to be the top of the food chain and this, that and the third, and everything is brilliant and, well, everything isn't brilliant, but she needs everything to be brilliant for the woman, and the woman needs to be in masculine position and this and that. That's what she's been told, and that's what the world is telling her right now. But biologically hardwired, she feels that she needs to go forth and tell everybody that her man has been a man and put her in the place of the submissive. It's a deep game. It's a deep game. It's a deep game, and this isn't a fable. I'm telling you real life. Because truth of the matter is, if me as a man tells the next woman or asks the next woman, does your man ever put you in your place? And she says, no, of course not. Yuck. That's the way she's thinking. That's the way I'm thinking. I'm thinking I'll put you in your place. You haven't met the right man. I could run game from that moment. I'm running game the moment I ask the question. Do you see where I'm coming from? Because I ask the question, she answers the question with her mind. She pushes her man away with her mind the moment I ask that question, because her man isn't doing that. I don't need to run nothing from there on. I've planted that seed. She might go back and start trying to push the buttons of this guy, where she knows she can push the buttons. Because the next man has simply asked the question. And that's what's going to be run on you by your missus when she's put in them particular situations. Not by a guy who's running game on her, but just through the general, just sort of her colleague coming in and saying, oh, my man puts me in my place. I love it. She's going to think, oh, I wish I'd feel that. I've been told I need to be the man. and be this masculine entity and be confused. The men have to be confused and be feminine, and because masculinity is toxic, right? And I need to be masculine and career driven and leave my kids at home with the babysitter and all this crap, right? And I need to wear the trousers and no man can tell me what to do. But there's something inside of me that for some reason gets aroused and attached to my man when he tells me to shut up and do my job. Isn't that weird? Isn't that's some game we can go into. That's some serious game we can go into. I'm signing out on that one. Click like and subscribe. I'm doing videos each and every day. You know what it is. 2 links down in the description. One leads to the catalogue of body language. Over 220, 30, 40, 50 videos of me telling you how to read people through their subconscious behaviours. It's YouTube playlist. It's free. Second to that is the Patreon, where we will watch videos of people going on dates. I will break down the attraction body language, the repulsion body language. You'll take that into the real world. You'll never forget it. That's game. I'm signing out.